Welcome, welcome, welcome to Armchair Expert. I'm Dax Shepard. I'm joined by an Emmy-nominated miniature mouse.
Ooh, we have an Emmy-nominated guest today as well.
Two-time Emmy nominee, not to rub your nose in it.
Something I want to be.
Two-time Golden Globe nominee. I mean, maybe more. That all just happened just from one show when he was a preteen. So there could be more. There likely are more.
Oh, there's more?
There's probably more. If you're already taking stabs at who the guest is and you didn't read it when you hit play, it's Fred Savage. Just a delightful son of a gun who I've bumped into socially over the years and always found him to be just an extraordinary conversationalist.
Yeah.
Great sense of humor. Humble. And likable. And cute.
All of those things, I would concur.
You know him from The Wonder Years, Princess Bride, The Grinder. He has a new show on Fox right now, Sundays, I believe. What Just Happened is the name of it on Fox. What Just Happened, one of the funnier concepts I've heard for a show in a long, long time.
We talk a lot about this on the episode, so I want to prime people. I would imagine that most people in the country don't really take stock of who's directing television.
Right.
He
He's probably directed 100 episodes of television at this point.
He directs nonstop.
Yes. He's a favorite of actors who've worked with him.
Yeah.
His name is Fred Savage, but he's not savage.
No.
No, he's kind and nice. So please enjoy Mr. Savage. We get support from Quince.
So we've been talking about Quince a lot lately, and as we head into fall, it's the perfect time to reset your wardrobe with their amazing pieces. I think it's so fun to do when the seasons turn over to just spruce up your wardrobe with a couple specials, and Quince is the place.
Totally. We're talking organic cotton, Mongolian cashmere, tailored chinos from just $60. Premium fit and quality you'd expect from a luxury brand designer. I love Quince. You know, I like it understated and subtle, and I like stuff that has high quality. And Quince checks all those boxes.
I love a lot of stuff from Quince. Honestly, they have incredible premium denim, which is very important for fall. It's pretty much all I wear in the fall is denim. And Quince has such a good selection of quality denim. Their stuff is so versatile, timeless, and built to last that you just grab every single day without thinking.
Right. And all of that for 50 to 80% less than similar brands. They go direct to ethical factories, cut out the middlemen, so you get all that quality without overpaying for it.
We love that. And they do way more than clothes. They have bedding, cookware, bath essentials, travel must-haves, same deal, and great quality.
Upgrade your everyday. Download the Quince app for app-exclusive offers or go to quince.com/Dax. Get free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada and the UK too. That's QUINCE.com/Dax. We are supported by Auto Trader. All right, if you've been putting off car shopping because it sounds like a whole thing, buying your car online on Auto Trader makes it way easier, really. You can shop tons of cars online, compare prices, check financing and trade-in options, all from wherever you are. And if you want to start online and go to the dealership for a test drive, you can do that too, really. What I like is the flexibility. Start online, finish at the dealer, or the other way around. Your info stays with you, so you're not starting the process from scratch. Plus, you're working with local dealer listings, so you've got real people helping behind the scenes. And when you're ready, you can pick up your car or have it delivered. Really. Buy your car online on Auto Trader. Really.
He's an armchair expert. He's an armchair expert. He's an armchair expert.
The thing I realized with headphones is that I don't need to project nearly as much as I do in real life.
Yes.
And I'm screaming I'm just a general, a loud person.
You're a projector.
I am.
Uh-huh.
To the back row, from the diaphragm.
Oh, sure, sure.
As,
Way down deep in the cockles.
Yeah, we've been trained. I've always been super, super loud. This makes me feel like, no, they can hear you fine.
Yes.
And so I sound much more relaxed, composed, and thoughtful.
Yes.
Rather than just like this foghorn.
Yeah, I completely agree. I communicate the exact same way as you. I think that's why we both went into directing, probably. We can communicate with like 120 people at once
At the same time.
without a megaphone, right?
Have you found on your game show, you're very good on it. You're very relaxed.
Okay.
We did 2 seasons when I did one.
Yeah.
And
with Ricky Gervais, you did one?
Yes. And we shot the whole season in 4 days. So it's not like you get a chance to review your work. I had no qualifications for the job.
Same.
And all of a sudden, there I am. And I'm not so arrogant that I'm like, oh, I got this.
Right.
But I'm not dumb to be like, no, thanks. Like, sure, why not? What a fun gig. I'm into it.
Yeah.
And so I had no skills. So I watched the show and I'm like, oh, they have like sound capturing equipment. There.
Right.
I don't need to yell over the applause.
I have a 4-story wheel spinning behind me that sounds like it's one bolt away from falling right off and landing on me.
And you have to talk over it.
Yes, and the thing is making very scary noises the whole time, and I'm supposed to be recapping what money they have and everything,
Right.
but I always have one eye just like, is that fucker about to break loose? What was the name of the show?
The name of the show was Child Support.
Child Support.
Not a great name.
But it had a different title originally, like 5 something.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was like five for Fighting as a band.
Right.
That wasn't that.
Yeah.
It was
Well, that would explain the name change.
5 to Stay Alive or 5 to Survive or something.
Right.
And they changed it to Child Support, which no one has a positive association with that phrase.
No, I'm not like, oh yeah, let's get into some child
You know
support.
what I need more of my life?
Yeah.
Child support.
Yeah. Either it reminds you that you could end up be divorced and paying child support, or you're already divorced and you're paying child support.
It reminds you of something that painful that happened or a fear that you might have or the reason you've never even had children.
That's right. Did Ricky predate you?
Ricky predated me.
Because I just got to say, for me personally, if they say, hey, we'd like you to be in this diarrhea medication commercial, I'm like, never, not over my dead body. And they go, well, Ricky Gervais in it. I'm like, I can't get there soon enough.
Who doesn't suffer from diarrhea? Bring someone here.
I have it weekly.
I'm helping people out.
Yes, I can speak
This
from
is
the heart.
God's work. Yeah. No, Ricky was part of it. So, yeah, obviously. And I never met him.
Oh, you didn't?
Never met him. I talked to him on the phone a couple times. And right before we started shooting the first episode, and I was nervous, and he gave me this in the middle of the call. I'm like, oh, I'm getting a pep talk from Ricky Gervais.
Right.
Which was awesome. Like all the stuff you'd want to hear. I shouldn't sip this into the microphone, right? That was gross.
Well, it appears half our audience has misophonia, so
They don't like the slurping sound?
They don't
Because that
like-
could be very ASMR-y. That could be a very
exactly.
It's a fine
soothing
line.
thing.
10% will love it and get aroused. 50% will throw up and smash their car into a tree. So it's
Right.
really hard for us to decide.
Boy, that's tough.
Yeah.
Because that 10% will really love it.
Well, and that's, I think, more of a diehard bass, probably. Like more rabid
I was
bass.
setting it down. Sorry, guys. Sorry for the misophonia. Yeah.
The pep talk, though.
Yeah, and it was all the stuff that you know about performing or comedy or improvisation or anything. Anything you say is the right thing. Don't worry about it.
Right.
The worst thing you can do is check yourself. So if there's something that you want to say and it comes out, just go with it. And he just gave me this freedom. And I was like, I got to be good and I have to be right. It's all those things about performing and comedy. And the looser you can be, the better. Like the worst thing you can do is try to manhandle it.
Yeah. Well, I remember Bill Murray being interviewed on Letterman, I don't know, 8-10 years ago or something. And Letterman said, you recognize that you created an entirely new comedy paradigm starting in the 80s that's just been replicated ever since. And Bill's like, I don't know that I want to accept responsibility for that. And he said, what's your trick? He said, if I can do a single thing, if I can calm myself down and breathe, everything will happen.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, isn't that the truth? And isn't that so hard to accomplish?
Just even thinking about it, saying is it hard to accomplish, is like, but just by talking about it, you make it a thing.
Yes.
You can't even really do that. People always talk about Bill Murray's comedy, or you can talk about, Daniel Day-Lewis's acting, or these really craft-centered people. And Meryl Streep famously never talks about her process.
Oh.
For 40 years, 50 years, people wanted to know, what do you do?
Sure. Step 1, wake up in the mirror, and if you see Meryl Streep in your reflection, you're good.
But like, I think just by talking about it,
Yes,
you make it this thing. And you were talking about directing, and I don't know how you are about this, but I feel like it's totally a different muscle than what we're talking about. Like for me as a director, I'm super prepared.
Yeah.
I walk through every shot. I know the sets inside and out.
Yeah.
I walk through all the blocking. I want to make sure I'm not asking an actor to make a cross that can't be made. Every I dotted, every T crossed, especially behind the camera. Like there's our people who are certainly more talented, but like no one's will outwork me. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I'll put in the effort, the
Yeah.
sweat. And then when you come on set, knowing you've done all this preparation, you can get loose and just roll with things. And the preparation allows me to then just throw it all out.
Yeah.
But I need to be like super, I'm just kind of a teetotaler. But acting is the exact opposite.
You want to feel a little bit chaotic or that you're finding your way.
Yeah, or just freeness. It's the total opposite. And so, like, there are those actors who direct themselves, and I don't know how they do it. For me, they're two totally opposite and oftentimes in conflict approaches to the work.
Well, it is interesting in that when you're directing, you're supposed to have a global perspective of the whole story you're telling. And then the actor's job is to be telling a very real moment.
Yeah.
And often those don't, they're in opposition sometimes. You got to make the sausage, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I also think as an actor and also as a director to a certain extent, like your job is to kind of find some art in the sausage.
Oh, yeah,
like some craft in it. You know what I mean? But it's this fine line of like doing the work and then letting it go. It's a note I give actors sometimes, and it's received with varying amounts of positivity. But, you know, I'll tell an actor, like, you're Lennying it. You're just squeezing the rabbit so tightly. You're gonna kill it.
Lenny
You know
from
what I mean?
Mice and Men.
Yeah,
Well, you got to hope that they've read of Mice and Men.
I explain it, and sometimes they just nod. Maybe they don't know. I get the impulse. You want it to be so good, and you sculpt it, but you just kill the rabbit. Can't squeeze so tight.
I think it was Bradley Cooper. I'm name dropping, but it's relevant because he's a fucking beast.
Yeah.
So it has some weight to it when he said this. I did some scene and I fucking didn't think I hit where I was supposed to get to and blah, blah, blah. And he goes, dude, how many times have you thought you crushed a scene? You go and see it in the movie and it's fine. And then the scene you thought you sucked at is your best scene.
Totally.
And I'm like, once I took stock of it, I was like, oh, that is absolutely the truth. We're not that great of assessors of our performance anyways.
No. Well, with Bradley Cooper, he really changed the way I direct. I directed an episode of Kitchen Confidential.
Oh, you did?
A million years.
Yeah.
I was there for one episode, and between him and Frank Langella, like, I learned so much about directing. I would go out to Bradley and start talking, you know, and use lots of words.
Right.
He goes, you don't have it yet. Meaning the note. He's like,
Oh.
you don't have the note.
Oh, interesting.
And I was like, oh my God, you're right. Like, and I came away with this. If you can't convey a note in a sentence,
yeah. You yourself are still struggling.
you don't
with it.
have the note yet.
Oh, very interesting.
And you can't give it to the actor. So I started making this speech about whatever, you know, how to come into the kitchen, you know. He's like, that's not, you know. And then the other thing he corrected me on, which was great, I started directing in Disney Channel, Nickelodeon, doing a lot of kids stuff. Yeah. And, you know, I never want to give line readings. I hate that. I didn't like that as an actor, so I don't want to do that to other actors. But I would find that I would like indicate a performance in the way I would give the note.
Of course.
And he called me out on it.
Ah.
And I was like, you're absolutely right. He wasn't a dick. Like, I've run into him since then, and I've told him how he just totally changed my approach to directing. He was completely right. He's a craftsman,
Yep.
you know?
Always has been.
And always.
Yeah.
He really changed the way I approach things.
Well, just really quick, a line reading is when the line says, like, hey, can I help you? And then the actor goes, hey, can I help you? And then the director comes in and goes, you know, it's more like, hey, can I help you? You're actually reading the line you want
Delivering it. Yeah.
But there's also this famous quote, right? That's the only 4 directions that should ever be given are louder, quieter, slower, faster.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard that?
I mean, they all boil down to that.
Yeah.
I want to be surprised. The worst thing I could get as a director is exactly what I asked for.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
Right.
Because you're going to deliver the line way better than I could. You know, in that part. Like, I can give you a general idea or a feeling or a direction.
Yeah.
That's what I love about being a director is being surprised, you know, at people's talent. I don't want to be surprised like, oh shit, it's 4:00 and the sun's going down. Like, screwed. Like, that's not a great surprise. Those are there too.
Yeah.
But just the surprise that people's talent can bring to it.
Yes, I also want to say that I do believe of all the different directing jobs out there, you have been in a lane that is the hardest. I've only directed 2 episodes of TV. When I've directed shows that are already established in tone, already established in all these things, and the script is out of my hands entirely,
Right.
You're now executing someone else's vision. I find that to be more challenging, and particularly challenging in television because you're entering a clubhouse where people have been friends for 4 years and you're an outsider. So what you've chosen to do, I do think is the hardest.
Clubhouse thing that you mentioned is definitely something I had to get over. I found it's just me in my own head. And whether it's true or not, it's not super productive because you walk into a clubhouse and I feel like no matter how many times you've done it, there's kind of like a, let's see what this is all about.
When you're on a TV show, you get a different director almost every episode. So you have a different boss every week, which is just by design a very weird dynamic.
Yeah. So there's who's this guy? And then there's also, I'm not going to let them screw this up for us, you know?
Right.
And everyone feels that way, from the actor to the showrunner to gripper or an electrician. Like, I love this job. I'm not going to let this guy, screw it up. So you have to come in there and put everyone at ease. Mm-hmm. But the thing I like is the sandbox is defined, you know?
Right.
But what you do in that sandbox, it's up to you. I think episodic directors get a bad rap because there's a very easy way through that. And you just kind of take what's come before you. Or you can say, okay, here's the sandbox. Let me try and do something a little different. I like that challenge. And also, as an actor, it's a good exercise of, I think your job is to find some emotional toehold in the script
That you can anchor yourself into.
and that's what it's about.
Right.
I remember when I first started out, I was saying I was doing Disney Channel and Nickelodeon. For a brief, bad minute, thought I was kind of better than the material. You know what I mean?
Of course,
And be like, I would hold it at arm's length and say, you know what? This is not who I am. I'm doing this right now.
Right.
But I'm really that guy. And I realized that not only was that just a jerky move, but the work was not good because I held it at arm's length and I wasn't invested in it.
Yeah.
And then I felt even shittier because I'm like, not only am I here, but I'm doing bad work. Like,
Right.
so just so I can feel better about myself.
Yeah.
And say, oh, I'm better. Like, it was terrible. So then I had to just really change of heart. I don't journal. Like, I'm not a diarist, but I remember sitting down and like writing down how I was feeling.
Yeah.
Which I never do.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's a bad way to approach the work. I remember I did this episode of Hannah Montana I was directing, and I was like, you know what? This show's about identity and who you really are and the fear of being accepted. And this is going to be the best fucking episode of Hannah Montana ever. And I still stand behind the performances that they turned into that episode.
Yeah.
But it felt great. I was like, that was a good episode of that show. And I feel like that's your job as a director and as an actor, to find some foothold.
Yeah.
So you can hold on to some emotional connection. And sometimes that's really easy. And other times it's really difficult. But that's your job.
Well, you know what I have to do for myself? The very first thing I have to tell myself is, this is for the audience that loves this show. Mm-hmm. And they are entitled to this show in the same way I'm entitled to Master of None. Like this, there is no high watermark of what, it's just what people like.
Right. Yeah. It's for the fans of the show. And it's also for you. Like, you need to feel good about your work.
Yeah.
I remember talking to someone about reviews. I did this show for Netflix called Friends from College that I really liked. And when the first season came out, like, the reviews were not good at all.
Not ideal.
Not ideal. And Nick Stoller, who wrote it and directed it and created it with his wife, Francesca, he was super bummed about it. I'm like, we liked the show.
Yeah.
Like, that's all you can control. I feel like I'm broken enough to not believe anything good that anyone says or writes about me.
Sure.
But I'm not so broken that I'll only believe the bad.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's all just noise, the good and the bad.
Yep.
And at the end of the day, it's, how do you feel about the work?
I'll go even beyond that. My place now is, how did I feel making it? Mm-hmm. Fuck the result.
Right.
Fuck how it turned out.
It's over.
Did I have an awesome 5 days on set of that thing? Because that's my life. I'm not going to be 80 years old watching fucking shit I did. I'm going to be thinking back on my time on set.
Right. I remember auditioning, and it was unconscious, and only later did I realize why I did it, and then I did it consciously. I'd walk out of the room, and the nearest trash can, I would throw out the script. I'd just throw, not that I was angry or pissed, but it's just like, it's over now. All your fretting, did I get it? Did they like me? Am I going to get a call back? What my agent going to say? The only thing you can control is you prepare for the work, and did you do a good job?
Yeah.
And once you walk out, it's over.
Yeah.
You leave it behind you.
And do you think that just has come with having been in this business now for 31 years? Is it something that just over time you can right size the stakes?
No. I mean, I still feel like my current job is my last one ever.
Yeah. But as far as the perspective of the reviews on the Netflix show.
Oh, yeah.
Is that just time served or effort you put into that point of view?
I think it's, the work that you kind of do to stay sane. I think that at the end of the day, when you go to sleep at night, it's you in your bed and with your head.
Yeah.
And, your spouse, your siblings, your parents, your best friend, whatever that circle is. But you don't want to let the circle of approval be too wide.
Yes, it's not healthy.
But yeah, I think, you're so quiet. I feel like I listen to the show. Mm-hmm. I'm so into the show, and I'm getting now self-conscious.
No.
It's you know what it is? It's a bad layout. It's not your fault.
But I just feel like I listen to the show. I'm a fan, and I enjoy your interjections.
Thank
and I don't
you.
know if I'm You know, there's a
No.
part of me that's like, oh, I'm killing it. I don't need the help.
I love it.
There's that. Like me and Dax just vibing, and it's hard to get in. Or you're just like planning your day, and
No.
they're horrified.
I'm here. I'll tell you the truth.
I want to know because I enjoy the show. I'm a fan. I enjoy when you take part.
Thank you. I'll tell you the truth about this specific interview. We have an hour.
Oh, you're stressed about time.
So I'm a little
I'm late.
bit
I was
like,
late.
no, it has nothing to do with you being
You're
late.
punishing
it
me.
has. I'm mad at you.
I'm getting the cold shoulder.
I'm mad at you.
Yeah.
No, I just don't want to take up any space because the space is very valuable today. And I'm also thinking ahead of what we're going to keep and what we're not going to keep. I'm
You're
also
editing right now in your
my
head.
brain. I am a little stressed out that he hasn't talked at all about.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Yep.
That was
I'm
gonna be
just-
right now.
I'm
Well,
just getting nervous, you know?
Right.
That's what's happening.
No,
it has nothing
look,
to do with you.
Time is valuable, but I would argue that your audition, is part of that value.
Thank you. That's very
Right?
nice to
Yeah,
say.
100%.
Thank
You're
you.
editing it now in your head, and what are we
Well,
going
I
to
just
do?
am like,
And
oh, wait, an hour? Unless I really need to say something, I'm not gonna.
I was very late today.
It's okay. It's
No,
okay.
it's okay. You had an eye appointment. It was important.
Yeah, but I was thinking of you guys. They were like, "Oh, do you want to put that stuff that dilates your pupils?" I was like, "No, I've got a podcast to record. I want to have my wits about."
I wish you came in with manhole cover eyes because
I
my conclusion would be like, oh wow, Fred does coke, and he has
Yeah.
really kept it on the rails
Yeah.
for years. Okay, so the things that I know you and I both want to talk about because of the theme of our show in general.
Yes.
We're endlessly fascinated by identity, and really it's a self-imposed thing you give yourself. And then in rare situations, you become a public figure, and it's also then imposed on you by the outside. And of course, you had this incredibly unique, literally, there's a dozen people that you're in this club.
Yeah.
In my lifetime.
Yeah.
Where you were 10 years old and you get on a show. Well, first you get in Princess Bride, which is incredible. And then you get on this show and you become a famous 10-year-old. And I imagine like Bateman, who was in here, he said, at one time my name was a great asset. And then for many, many years, my name was something I had to overcome. And it's such a peculiar, fascinating, interesting dynamic to have lived through.
It's true. And although you mentioned Princess Bride real quick, when you talk about the noise and reviews and all that stuff, that was one. It was panned.
Really?
It did terribly.
And I don't know a single person who wouldn't put that movie in
in
their
their
top
top
20.
Now it's like
Exactly.
this iconic thing, and I feel like I can talk about it because I was just a small part of it. But like, it's a huge iconic thing that people share with their kids.
Seth Green, I went to his wedding and we watched it immediately after the ceremony. We went straight into a movie
It's
theater and watched The
amazing.
Princess Bride.
But so people's opinions, even now, they're so knee jerk. They're so fast. They're so instant. And time just kind of lets it all kind of.
The
evens
truth
out.
kind of rises to
People
the top.
throw these rocks in the water, whether it's great or bad.
Yeah.
And then just the ripples just kind of settle, and then it doesn't really matter.
You're from Chicago.
From Chicago.
And you somehow convinced your parents, I guess, to move out here?
I started acting in commercials when I was a kid in Chicago. Auditions being held at the local community center, hot dog commercial. Went there with my friends. Our moms took us, not to break into show business, but just something different. Like instead of the park, that day we went to go to this cool, fun bit of Hollywood in our small town.
Yeah.
Didn't get the job, which was fine. Wasn't even aware of it. And then 6 months later, the same director called me for another audition, and this time it was downtown, which was like a big deal. Like it was a bit of a drive. And so I went down, and nothing came of it. And the same director called me about 6 months later and said, we want Fred to come for one more audition. And we didn't know anything about showbiz. My mom's like, look, we've been to 2 of these things. It's for we didn't know if you auditioned like forever.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah, we've done 2. This is enough. And he goes, well, just ask Fred. And it happened to be for Pac-Man vitamins.
Oh.
And this was like 1982.
Jesus
And it was
Pete's.
the biggest thing in the
I
world.
think I may remember that.
It's on YouTube. It's on
Really?
YouTube, which is crazy. My
can
first
find
job
it?
ever. You can find it. And it's amazing. I watched that. I'm like, I can't believe that launched this. So I heard Pac-Man vitamins. Oh my God, of course I got to go. Let's go.
Yeah.
And I got that job and I really enjoyed it. Chicago now is, like LA or New York, but then it was very small. And there were a lot of ad agencies, Leo Burnett and BBDO were all in Chicago.
Yeah.
And so there was a lot of commercial work being done, but not a ton of people. And so
no,
not a
unless
ton of
John
kids.
Hughes was making a movie.
And so just became one of these kids that worked a lot.
And were you aware of the fact that you were making good money? Was that on your radar at that age? Like, I can fucking buy any big wheel I want.
No, never. I remember I got a job, and I think it was like a Sears catalog. I got paid $300. And I remember I went to Toys R Us. I got Defender. I got an Atari.
Oh.
And my parents, I told someone I made $300.
Yeah.
And they're like, never again. And I never knew about
You didn't
money.
know. You probably made $80,000 off that Pac-Man commercial, and you don't even know.
Yeah, I'm just swimming in pellets, So no, I never was aware of money. I was never aware of anything. I really enjoyed it. I really did.
Right.
And my parents saw that, so they encouraged it.
You had 9 years of anonymity. And so
That's right.
Right.
I was 6. I was 6 when I did that Pac-Man Vitamins commercial.
Okay, but I'm talking now Wonder Years.
Oh, so yeah. So Wonder Years, I was like 11. Yeah.
Okay. So you had 10 years of what I'll put in quotes, a real life.
Sure.
And so
But people say that, like, did you have a normal childhood? I'm like, what is that?
Yeah.
What is, I mean,
Yeah.
did you? Like,
Right.
I mean,
No such thing.
yeah, I mean,
well,
I
lots
had-
of violence and stuff. Is that
right,
normal?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
I mean, it was definitely public. I'll grant everyone that. But
Yeah.
it was my childhood,
But when you went places as
Yeah.
an 11-year-old, 12-year-old, if you go to the mall, Beverly Center, wherever the fuck you
Right,
got
right.
your shit at.
Galleria. I was
Galleria.
a Cali kid.
Okay, great,
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
Sherman Oaks Galleria.
Sure.
When you went there, adult human beings probably
Yeah.
said hi to you and stuff. And I think that's the part we're all probably focusing on in our minds is like, I just imagine me when I was 11, all I wanted was a Honda Spree. And if I went to ACO Hardware and half the people in there said hi to me because they liked my show, it's very hard to comprehend.
And it's weird to say. I never felt overwhelmed or scared.
Good.
I felt like, and I still feel this way now. I'll tell my wife, she's like, "Oh, I went to the store. They were not nice." I'm like, "Oh, you can't. They were great."
Yeah.
The store, they're so, like, are you an idiot?
Yeah.
I'm like, I walked in. I feel like I knew everybody. Everyone said hi. Willing to help me. And she's like, "You're a moron."
Yeah.
She's completely right.
Yeah.
And I think that I really mean it. Like, it was always so positive. Everywhere I go, even when like I was working a lot as a kid and I didn't work as much, I'm working more now. Even in like the bit of the dip, I went to college and I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do. There was still, I feel like when people would see me, there'd be like an
immediate excitement.
Or like I went to high school with him.
Yes.
Or they're like, I know him and I feel like I have a positive association. I can't put a finger on it, but yeah, sure, I can get you a table at 8:30. Whatever that is. Like,
yeah.
So growing up, we never took advantage of it. I remember the Man Valley 6 on Ventura Boulevard in Tarzana. We always would go see movies. That was our movie theater. And there was a line, and we were standing in the line, and the manager came out, "Oh, what are you doing? Come inside." And my dad was like, "Why?"
Oh.
He said, "Well, just, he goes, no, we're okay. We're good."
Yeah.
And like there was never like celebrity. Like I just
Yeah.
feel like it was like people knew who I was and had this positive feeling.
Your dad was successful though, right?
My dad was in real estate, broker and developer.
Yeah, so he probably made good money, yeah.
Well, I was not in a situation sometimes when things go sideways for young actors. They are the earner for the family, and that pressure is put on their shoulders, like
Right.
earn for the
Right.
family. Like I can't handle that pressure. I'm 43 years old. The pressure to like support my family is like keeps me up at night.
Yes.
So to put that on someone who's 8 or 9 or 10 or 15,
Right.
I couldn't imagine. So I didn't have that pressure.
I will also just say, if your dad had some amount of money and he could do nice things, it wasn't like you got pulled out of a trailer park and the whole family would be like, wait, we can go to the front of the, you know what I'm saying? There's something,
Right.
there's something probably in the fact that your father had accomplished some stuff and had some means that the experience wasn't like going to Disneyland.
Yeah, my dad was like a really strong work ethic. It wasn't like a fancy guy.
Is he dead?
Yeah, he passed away like 4 years ago.
Oh, I'm in the Dead Dad Club too. Welcome.
I know. Yeah, it's so funny. I remember calling a friend and asking about like hospice care. He said the exact same thing. He's like, "Oh, welcome." It's true. That sucks.
Yeah.
But he was really hard worker, not super fancy, not extravagant. And so that's kind of how we grew up and how I approach work. But as far as like the fame or celebrity or whatever you want to call it, it was definitely around, but it never like penetrated. I never thought I was that special.
Yeah, Monica and I were talking. I think, because we'll go around the country and do live shows and we go into a Starbucks or whatever. And the person's like, "Oh my God, what do you want?" Right?
Right.
And I have said, can you imagine if everyone was just treated like I'm treated? The world would be so happy. And also, this is what hot girls have experienced their whole life.
It's so funny you say that because people ask me about it. There was that great 30 Rock episode with John Hamm when just being handsome just made life just,
So
like,
much-
just like 13% easier.
Yes,
And I feel
it
like
does.
that's how famous I am. I'm like a really handsome man.
Or you're 6'4".
Yeah, just
Yeah.
some-
Like just a
Exactly.
presence is here.
People are just like slightly more accommodating. It's
Yes.
not like, security details and the restaurants are closed for you. And it's just
Right.
like, it's
Everyone's sort of presenting their best version of themselves to you.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is
yeah,
nice.
like, maybe there is a large in the back. It's not all on the floor.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe they'll take the extra effort to check in the back,
Yes.
Just
It's-
a little bit
it's nice.
nicer. Yeah.
Stay tuned for more Armchair Expert, if you dare.
This episode is supported by Helix. All right, let's talk about something we both really care deeply about: sleep.
It's the most important thing. I've had my Helix mattress for years now, and I genuinely think it's one of the best investments you can make for your home. Mine still feels just like it did when I first got it.
Well, that's the thing. It's not one of those mattresses that caves in after 6 months. These things are built to last. And I'm a side sleeper. I ordered a side sleeper and I get hot, so I have cooling. And I can't tell you how much more comfortable it is to be in there, not sweating and tossing and turning.
Cooling is really important. I've read that you're supposed to sleep a little bit cold.
Mm-hmm.
So I also have cooling. And they have over 20 models, so it's not a one-size-fits-all situation. You just go take their quiz and they match you to what actually works for your body.
Plus, they've got cooling upgrades, which heading into summer, non-negotiable.
Truly.
Go to helixsleep.com/armchair for 20% off. That's helixsleep.com/armchair for 20% off. Make sure you enter our show name after checkout so they know we sent you. helixsleep.com/armchair. This podcast is brought to you by Squarespace. We've talked before about Rob building our website on Squarespace, and I bring it up again because it's a perfect example of what they do well. Rob had all the pieces, the content, the vision, the ideas, but he needed something to actually take all that and make it public facing. And Squarespace was that bridge. Maybe you're in the same spot. You've been developing something, a business, a skill set, a body of work, and it's been private. It's been yours, but at some point you're ready to put it out there, and that transition from private to public can feel like a huge leap. Squarespace makes it feel like a step. Beautiful templates, built-in SEO, email campaigns, scheduling, analytics, everything you need to go from "I've been working on this" to "here it is, come find me." All in one place, no code, no stitching together a bunch of different tools. So if you've been sitting on something and waiting for the right moment, this might be it. Head to squarespace.com/DAX for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use offer code DAX to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
Thank you to our presenting sponsor, HP, for supporting this episode. Parent, you've got enough on your back-to-school list right now. Ink cartridges do not need to be on it. They just don't. The HP Smart Tank printer uses a refillable ink tank and comes with up to 3 years of ink included. It's the last printer you'll ever need. To learn more, search HP Smart Tank.
We are supported by Walden University. You know that feeling when you've been thinking about making a move, going after the degree, the promotion, the thing you keep telling yourself you'll get to someday? Walden University is built for that moment. For over 50 years, Walden has helped working professionals get the W, the knowledge, the skills, and the confidence to create real change in their careers and communities. Their programs are designed around your life, not the other way around. With Tempo Learning available in select programs, there are no rigid schedules or set weekly deadlines. You move at your own pace. And Walden's faculty aren't just academics. They're practitioners who bring real-world experience into everything they teach. From your first class to career coaching and beyond, Walden is your partner the whole way. Take the first step and learn at a pace that works for you. Visit waldenu.edu. Walden University. Set a course for change. Certified to operate by Chev.
So after Wonder Years, which just to throw it out there, you were nominated for 2 Emmys and 2 Golden Globes, and you were the youngest actor in history to have gotten those.
Wow.
So that's impressive. Now, at that time, did you have someone you were striving to become?
It was always Ron Howard.
Yeah.
It was always
that's
Ron
That's
Howard.
definitely the path you took.
Acting at a really young age, transitioning to young adult actor, you know, going from Andy Griffith to Happy Days. Like that was from like, I don't know, 3 to 20. I mean, it was crazy.
Yeah.
And then starting to direct.
And really quick, because was it because you were laying it up, as we would say, or playing it safe? Like you knew the best chess move for longevity would be to diversify your skill set.
It was a genuine interest in directing, but I think the longevity of the career, I really admired. I knew at a young age I loved being in show business, and I also was aware enough to know how tenuous that is.
Sure.
Especially as a kid, like there's a shelf life to how old you are just because of
also,
the calendar.
You turned out to be exactly as cute as you were on that show.
Come on
No,
now.
you did. And some actors, the transition isn't as graceful.
I thought a lot about that because it depends on what your commodity is. What's your superpower? Or more crass way, like, what are you selling? You're selling your cuteness just because time passes, like you're not going to be that.
It's got a shelf life.
Or if, you know, I was never an ingenue or a hottie, you know, I don't know if you were aware of that, but I wasn't. But that has a shelf life. And I really lucked out, you know, just ending up on this show, you know, that was a really quality show and took like a broad view of life. I was able to kind of live in this space and play this character that it had a much wider scope. It wasn't just about this one being cute or being like that gap in your teeth is adorable, and that's why you're going to be in that commercial.
Well, you had the very rare opportunity to be solely driving the narrative of a show at a young age. Generally, the kids on the show, and we're going to him 30% of the time to be cute and funny. But you were actually our protagonist. And it was being told also from an adult, nostalgic-looking back perspective, which gave you these other layers that probably wouldn't have been there without that construct.
Yeah. And I think, I mean, look, there's definitely, you know, young actors way more talented than me that were in stuff or on shows that weren't as well written as the Wonder Years. I just lucked into that.
Yeah.
But now these actors had to carry the mantle of like maybe not a great show, like it was their fault or something, but they're talented actors.
That was Burt Reynolds' always complaint. He was like, listen, I'm not getting nominated for anything. I'm going away and shooting 30-page scripts, Smokey the Bandit, and turning it into the biggest movie of the year. Yeah. There's got to be a prize for that.
Right.
I'm not sitting down with the Lawrence Kasdan script and this director.
How we doing?
We're doing good. Everyone's doing great.
Why do you make the decision to go to Stanford? First of all, it's impressive. You went to Stanford.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Monica and I are both.
You're very impressed by that.
Oh, good.
We're edgy files.
Yeah.
We're kind of obsessed with the
fancy schools.
Pretentious status of that. We are. A, what made you decide to do that? B, how do you get into Stanford? Were you on the lacrosse team fakely? Like
I was
the
a
other?
rower.
A rower and a lacrosse player.
Yeah. No, college was always...
You were always going to do it.
Always. It was never a question. That was just for my family. Like, that's what you did.
Yeah.
Also, in high school and starting to think about college, it was that Ron Howard, like, view of a career. More than one person was like, you're an idiot. Like, why are you doing this?
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I'm trying to look at, like, a career, 10-year chunks for a 40-year career.
You're like China planning their economy 50 years out.
You know, and also I'm not some hot body that was going to go away in 4 years. So I was like, this body will be waiting for me at the end of college. And it really embraced me with open arms. But I was like, I should be able to take a few years off in the scheme of a whole career. That's going to be a blip.
Yeah.
And so it was never an issue whether or not I was going to go.
You have a powerful frontal lobe.
Yeah.
At that
good
age,
for
I'd be
you.
like money,
I
sex,
know.
and drugs, and that's the conduit to those things.
I like that you're here saying this because sometimes Dax lumps every human into his own
Right.
philosophy,
That's right.
and so it's good to have people.
I relate
like
much
you.
more to Lindsay Lohan. Like, if you would have given me $8 million,
Right.
I would have jumped a Ferrari off of Mulholland, high on coke, engaged in a three-way while driving.
Right. I didn't have access to any of those things. Or else I mean, that's very tempting.
And you majored in English?
I majored in English, and I knew I wanted to be a director, or at least wanted to try it, you know? And I just felt like I didn't want to go to film school because I felt like I've been on sets for so long, but I wanted to know storytelling. That was important to me.
Yeah.
So I felt like studying English, you know, you're reading and studying and parsing like all these great stories. And so I did. I came away from there, I feel like knowing how to approach a text.
Sure.
And so I still use those skills when you look at a script about story and structure and character.
Now, having been on TV, did that make the college experience easier or harder or both? Certainly, you're getting more attention from girls than you would otherwise
No,
have.
because college was a lot like, you know, I was in and out of high school working, but college was what I would imagine high school, where all the girls like the jocks.
Oh, okay.
You know, and,
even though you had been on TV.
yeah, that's what I would, you sound just like me.
Yeah. Yeah. Guys.
When I was
Yeah.
But he plays water polo. I was like, his shoulders are so broad. I get it.
They are.
They're so athletic, those guys. But how I ended up at Stanford was, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure the TV thing played into that a little bit.
Sure.
But I was a good student. And I feel like, I worked really hard in school. I feel like that school, when I got there, everyone was extraordinary. So my TV thing, that was my thing.
Sure.
But then my freshman year, the guy next door spent the summer cloning the tuberculosis gene to find a cure. And literally the guy on the other side of me was the world wiffle ball champ.
Oh.
And Tiger Woods was in my freshman class, and Chelsea Clinton wasn't far behind.
Whoa.
And Reese Witherspoon was in my class.
All these people
freshman
went
year.
to Stanford?
Wait.
I had no idea.
Wait, hold on. Let's back up to Tiger Woods. Did you actually see him in
Oh,
class and
yeah,
shit?
we were friendly.
You were friendly.
He was awesome. He was
Get
awesome.
out of here.
But then he left after sophomore year, I think.
To go make $100 million a year. Unlike your profession, he would have been right to be playing golf.
Yeah.
When you're young.
I think he won the Masters when we were freshmen.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Now, was he pulling down a ton of attention from the females? Or still only water polo players?
I think he was really real straight and narrow. Didn't go out.
Oh.
Didn't drink.
Okay.
And obviously there was a pressure release valve.
Well, I was going to
Got
say,
let go at some point. But he was very super focused guy.
I see him as someone who was probably robbed of their childhood through the pursuit of that sport and then needed to go out and do all that stuff.
Then early bed, early to rise.
Yeah.
Didn't smoke pot. Didn't drink a sip of liquor.
Right.
He was, and look what it. I mean, he was the greatest of all, the greatest ever.
Yeah.
I didn't know all these people went to Stanford.
I know. Maybe we could go there.
Let's go.
Yeah.
We were just talking about Stanford being the college we both thought was the one to get into.
It was great. I loved it.
Yeah.
It was great.
That was the one we idolized the most.
Yeah.
Because it was a free-thinking Harvard.
Did you go to college?
UCLA.
Yeah. University of Georgia.
So, I mean, do you feel like that mattered at all? Where you went to school?
No.
Or yeah, not at all. Does it, your life today, would it be different if you'd gone somewhere? I don't know.
Maybe my life wouldn't be different, but I have felt more tremendous pride for having gone there and graduated than any other probably accomplishment in my life.
The fact you went to and graduated college,
From that specific school, which I had also held up to
in a high,
as a dyslexic kid who didn't learn to read till 5th grade, it held a real significance to me to have gone there and gotten honors and all that stuff.
That's amazing.
I gave the commencement speech a couple.
You did?
Last year.
UCLA?
For the anthro department.
Wow.
And I tried to say out loud that I was proud to have gone there, and then I completely couldn't talk for about 12 seconds, or I would have completely started bawling.
Did you cry?
Yeah, I was totally caught in my voice.
I spoke, maybe not as prestigious. I spoke my high school graduation a couple years ago. Very meaningful to me.
Yeah.
I cry. Yeah. When I speak in public, I get very emotional. Very emotional.
Yeah, well, I guess
vulnerable.
the stakes are just high. Yeah, it's like when you're in the airplane, your life's in danger, and you cry at movies easier.
Oh, that's interesting.
This is Monica informed me of this.
Yeah, that's my theory.
That you think
based
you're
on
gonna die.
some science.
Yeah.
Let's also just say publicly, we love Rob McElhenney.
Oh, the best.
The best, right?
Yeah, great.
The best.
Oh, we met at their wedding.
That's right. That's where
right,
I first met you.
Boy, you guys can cut a rug. Two of you guys.
Thank you. I tore my suit at that wedding.
You earned every rug.
I ripped the crotch right out, and then my dick and balls were hanging out in my underwear, mind you. But I was just a full fucking schlong hanging out at the end of that.
I didn't see your penis, which now I feel shortchanged. But your moves on the dance floor, you guys were amazing.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I brag all the time on here about being a good dancer, and I bet people are probably wondering if I'm exaggerating because I exaggerate about most of my accomplishments.
I can vouch for it.
Thank you so much.
Now knowing what you were working against, I can only imagine if you were properly.
But it's sweatpants on.
Yeah, if you were properly
hammer drop crotch.
Holstered. Yeah, if you were properly holstered, I can't. Oh boy, the heights you could have soared to.
But when I met you, I went through what I assume most people go through, which is, oh God, that's Fred Savage from Wonder Years. And he's an adult now, and he directs Rob's show, so he must be good because Rob's a perfectionist. For me, there's a 45-second processing of everything.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, he grew up to be a nice person. I want to walk away with some conclusion about you.
Good.
And it was all
that was positive.
It was all very positive.
Good. That's
and
good.
then we just bumped into each other going to the upfronts in New York because we were both promoting shows, and you have a new show.
I was so excited to sit next to you.
Me too. And you told me about your show then, and I immediately thought it was a brilliant idea. Tell everyone the concept because it's really, really a good concept.
It's called What Just Happened, and the concept is it's an after show. Like Talking Dead or Watch What Happens. It's an after show for a show that doesn't exist.
Isn't that, Monica,
that's
the
so cool.
best premise?
Yeah.
There's a whole industry of shows that talk about the popular shows on. So Walking Dead is a huge show, and then Talking Dead became a huge show.
Massive show.
Yes, and Game of Thrones had a follow-up show, and there's all these follow-up
Breaking
shows
Bad.
to others. Yeah, it's a genre now.
It's a genre of the after show. And so we are doing a show for a show that doesn't exist.
What's the name of the fake show?
It's called The Flare.
Ooh, I'm already interested.
Yeah. Oh, it's
and
great.
Zegers is the star of The Flare?
Zegers is the star of The Flare. He plays a character named Chester Hastings, and The Flare, of course, was based on a series of books by T.J. Whitford. It was written in the 50s, and like so many things written then, it was kind of an allegory for the Red Scare that terrified people, based on a series of books. And we came up with this whole mythology. And so the first 2 minutes of each episode is the last scene of that week's episode of The Flare. And so it always ends in some moment of, great suspense or
Cliffhanger.
drama. Yeah. And then it minimizes in the corner of the screen and it cuts to us on stage. Go, what just happened? That was incredible. And then we talk about it.
It's such a good idea.
So, and because you can only talk about something that doesn't exist for so long, then it would become just it's basically just a more interesting way or a different way to get into like a traditional late night talk show.
Right?
So you have a band, co-host.
And you have a guest come on,
We have
right?
guests. So Rob Lowe was on, and Tiffany Haddish, and Ken Jeong, and Joel McHale, and Eric Stone Street. Vince Gilligan came on.
Oh,
he was
wow.
amazing. We have terrific guests.
So here's the tricky balance, I would imagine. It's not unlike Colbert's original show, whereas
You're playing like a version. You're playing a
he's
character.
playing right wing,
Yeah.
but we know he's left wing. And then the guests are largely left wing, but then the guests are forced to treat him as if he really is a right wing person.
Yes.
Which is interesting.
I feel like when I'm doing it and giving interviews, because I'm like a super fan, like I'm so into the books that I have this speech in the opening episode how I read the books as a kid and I was super lonely because I moved to LA from Chicago because I was working on the Wonder Years.
Okay.
I didn't have a lot of friends. These books came to mean so much.
Oh, so
to
it's
me.
so meta. It's
It's
crossing
really
in
me.
and out.
It's really me. And they made this show, and I get torn because sometimes I deviate from the books, and we have these guests on, and there's times where the interview will just be like a straight interview, and other times people really want to play into it. We borrow a lot from early Letterman or Conan. We do like remote pieces and comedy bits out in the field.
Right.
So we're kind of come up with this new way to do a show. We're figuring it out. We've aired a couple episodes. We're on Sunday nights. We want to just try and establish like a baseline. Like our first few episodes, like here's the baseline. Now, like, can we grow it? Can we grow an audience? Can we get people? Because it's a different kind of show.
Yes.
If you want to anticipate what you think the show is going to be, we're not going to reach the bar that you've created in your head for the show you think we are.
Right.
But if you get along for the ride and kind of
Yes.
embrace it, I think over the course of the first season, people will kind of get what we're doing and get into it because it's really fun.
Well, it sounds very positive. It's like sincerely energetic and
it's
excited.
all about like embracing fandom.
Yeah. There's a few different shows that are our favorite shows, Monica and I's.
What are your shows?
But-
Your big shows?
Well,
Oh, man,
Fleabag,
so
but that's
good.
a given.
Oh, God,
We're
Fleabag.
obsessed with Fleabag.
Yeah, yeah.
But the one I want to give the example of is The Patriot. Do you watch The Patriot?
No.
It is the best fucking show.
It's really good.
There's 2 seasons of it, and it's on Amazon Prime. I have to tell everyone I recommend to watch it, give it 3 episodes.
Yeah.
Because it takes 3 for your body to accept the tone.
Yeah.
Because at first you're like, is this a comedy or is this like an espionage show? And you're not sure when you're supposed to laugh and when you're supposed to be scared and all that. But all of a sudden, once you settle into their what is a completely original tone, you're like, this is the most original thing I've watched in years. And then you're off to the races and you can't stop watching.
I think 3 episodes is a good. You talk about Fleabag. I remember watching the first episode of Fleabag, and she looked in the camera. I'm like, oh, she's doing Ferris Bueller. I'll just, nah, I'm out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'll watch a couple episodes, and then. Of course, it's the most amazing,
It gets in your
emotional,
blood.
heartfelt, honest thing, and it's just
unbelievable.
poetry. And I think if you recognize it right away, you might still like it, but it's not going to push you.
it's not, because it'll just feel familiar.
3 episodes feels right. Because there's those
Yeah.
shows, I don't know if you have those shows, but people say like, watch it. Doesn't get good till like halfway through the second season.
Yeah.
You got to watch the first 20.
Yes,
But
yes.
you're going to be glad that you did. It's like, I can't.
No.
Can't
Come on,
commit.
man.
No.
I've heard that so much.
Yeah, look, the first 10 are agony. But like 12, you're in. It's like, I have kids, man. I can't.
Yeah.
But 3 sounds fair. And it allows you to try and get used to the water. You know, like when you
Yeah.
dive in, like you got to just get used to the water.
Yes.
And but I think we're doing something really different. You know, there's jobs that you have and you do and throughout your career. If someone gives you the reins of something and says like, go make a show, go
Yeah.
do something. I want to just try and do something different. you
Sure.
know?
Yeah.
I want to do something that excites me and that scares me and that challenges me. And not to turn my nose up at anything, because I love all the jobs. I mean, we talked about it. Like, I want to try and emotionally find some connection to every job. But when those rare opportunities, when they're like, here you go, here are the keys, I want to try and do something. And clearly with your writing and your films and even just doing this, like you're making something that's uniquely yours and it's speaking to people, which is got to be the most gratifying
For the first
thing in
time, I
world.
think.
But that's got to be the most gratifying thing. It's like, this is incredibly personal. It's all yours. It's sprung from you. Like, that's got to be the greatest feeling in the world.
This thing is like the greatest thing to ever happen to me. It's the most fulfilling. It's the most pleasurable. It's the most effortless. It's the most rewarding. It's incredible.
You know, I'm sure if it was someone else's thing that they plugged you into, it'd feel great too.
Yeah.
But there's something knowing that this was on your terms, that you made it happen. Like, that's how I feel about this show. If people respond to it, that's amazing. And if they don't, at least you're like, well, at least I did something that I can feel proud about. I created the show with two other guys. You know, I'm a writer on the show. I'm hosting the show. I'm executive producer of the show. So I'm editing it. And it's a lot of me.
Yeah,
It's a lot of me. It's hard to watch yourself. There's a lot of like psychological gymnastics I have to do to sit there.
Like when I used to just act in things and I'd watch it, I would have this really bizarre critique of the whole thing. But when I was just editing myself, I saw myself right size, which is I'm just a cog in this machine, and the machine has to function.
Right.
So my ego, for the first time ever, probably while editing my own performance, got right size.
I think that's kind of where I've gotten to, is like, you're just a cog in the wheel.
Yes.
Anything about me, like, oh, I'm not good. I didn't look good. Or any self-aggrandizement. Oh, that was great. That's got to go on the show. I killed
gotta
that.
keep that.
Yeah, David Sedaris, when we had him on, he said that when he goes back and reads through, if anything stands out that he thinks is really great, he cuts it out.
Kills it, yeah.
Yeah, because he's like, it's too precious then.
I feel like, if you could step back and just see it as like just a cog in the wheel or something, it's much better.
Fred, you're awesome. I really hope you'll come back and just stay for 2 or 3 hours.
This was great. Honestly, like I said, I'm a fan of the show. I love what you guys are doing. I was thrilled to be seated next to a good weirdo.
Yeah.
I always sit next to some weirdo on the plane, but this is a good one.
Now, just quick question before you go. Had the flight attendant come on the loudspeaker and said, both pilots are incapacitated. One of the passengers is going to have to fly. Are there any pilots? And then no one's hands goes up. Now we're just selecting from the folks. Would you have felt confident with me trying to land the plane?
You landing the plane?
Yes. All the random people on the plane.
But answer, and then.
Well,
because this is a long-standing debate between Monica and
I got to tell you something.
Yeah.
I mean, not jets, but I'm a pilot. I can fly a plane.
Oh,
I can fly a plane.
Well, you would have had to put your hand up then.
I would have had to put my, but I will say, as a pilot, even as a pilot, I would have no idea how to operate those kinds of planes. They're very automated. I feel like, yes, I think you are a gearhead to some extent. So I think that is good. I think you communicate well, which is very important over the radios. And I think that you have enough arrogance to think you can do it.
100%.
But enough humility to know you need a little help.
Yes, the scale is still tipped a bit in the arrogant side, but to your point, you need to be a little cocky.
You need to be a little cocky, because who's going to grab that stick?
The yoke.
So you have the yoke, right? But you also have the humility that, like, you're going to need some help. I think you could land that plane.
Here's the difference.
Right,
You're an
that's great.
actual pilot, and you're saying, I'm an actual pilot, and I don't think I could do that. That's having some good knowledge of yourself in the world. And he's saying he wants to just do it without even me being like, what kind of skills do people have on the plane?
No,
Just
I don't
to
think
see.
I couldn't do it. I'm saying that even as a pilot, I don't think I'm any more qualified than Dax to land.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
well,
That's a big...
I think we bring similar skill sets, but I believe that, yes, just by virtue of his hand going, if your hand went up, you can land that plane because you think you can.
boy.
The person has to think they can. Fred, thank you so much for arguing in my favor. This will be ongoing, and we'll tally it up at the end of the year. Fred Savage, I wish you so much luck, and your show is on Sundays. What just happened? What time?
9:30, 8:30 Central.
9:30, 8:30 Central on Fox Television. Thanks for coming, and come back.
It's a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Stay tuned for more Armchair Expert, if you dare.
We are supported by HP. If you're a parent or you know one, like I do, or you can help take care of kids, you already know what August feels like. It's not summer anymore, it's the pregame. the supplies list, the forms, the we need this printed by tomorrow texts that come in at 9 p.m. And I say this as someone who's been on the receiving end of those texts in a former life. You're ready to help, and then the printer says no, out of ink, blinking at you, useless. It's such a small thing, but it will absolutely derail your night. So when I heard about the HP Smart Tank printer from HP, America's most trusted printer brand, I thought this is the kind of thing that actually makes life easier, not in a big flashy way, in a one less crisis way. Instead of those little cartridges that run out the second you need them, the HP Smart Tank uses refillable ink tanks, and it comes with up to 3 years of ink included. 3 years. That's 3 back-to-school seasons without the cartridge panic. HP can't fill out the forms for you, but they can make sure the printer is never the reason you're up past midnight. Search HP Smart Tank.
We get support from Apple Gift Card. Back to school is here, and for many, that means some big life transitions. Whether they are heading into a new grade or setting up a dorm for the first time, you want to give them something that actually supports their growth and success. Apple Gift Card is a versatile solution because it takes the guesswork out of gifting. It's not just about a new pair of AirPods for focus. It's about giving them the invaluable chance to choose the digital tools and subscriptions that suit their unique journey. They can use it for productivity apps on the App Store, movie nights on Apple TV, or extra iCloud storage for all those new memories. With Apple Gift Card, it's so empowering to give the students their freedom to allocate their own resources. Celebrate their new academic chapter. Visit applegiftcard.apple.com to celebrate their milestones and gift one today. This episode is brought to you by SoFi, the all-in-one finance app where you can bank, borrow, and invest all in one place.
Let's talk bank accounts for a second. The average bank savings rate is 0.39% in interest. You're earning pennies on your savings, but it does not have to be that way.
With SoFi high-yield checking and savings, the money barely making moves sitting in your savings account can earn over 8 times the national average savings rate with eligible direct deposit.
No account or overdraft fees, which feels rare these days. You can get your paycheck up to 2 days early, perfect for getting ahead of a bill or grabbing what you need right when you need it.
Plus, get up to a $300 welcome bonus when you sign up with eligible direct deposit. Sign up for SoFi checking and savings at SoFi.com/armchair. SoFi checking and savings is offered through SoFi Bank N.A., member FDIC. Terms apply. This episode is brought to you by ServiceNow. Look, I have my dream job. I get to talk to folks I admire like crazy and ask them virtually any question that I want to. I can't imagine a better way to spend my time. But even dream jobs have some not so dreamy parts, the stuff that gets in the way of the actual work. Now, that's where ServiceNow's AI specialists come in. They don't just tell you what you should do about your busy work. They actually do it, start to finish. Cases closed, requests handled, no extra work for you. So you and your team can focus on what matters most, which for me is, are they obsessed with male bodies on the same level as I am?
They never are.
To learn how to put AI to work for people, visit servicenow.com. And now my favorite part of the show, the fact check with my soulmate, Monica Padman.
We're gonna have fun till Monty checks those facts in the sun. I got sun on the brain because it's hot as balls out.
It is. It's sunny in Los Angeles.
It is. You love it. You're in heaven.
Yeah, it's my favorite weather.
You're a sun worshiper. You would have done great in Egypt.
I would have.
Yeah. Wasn't Ra the sun god? Is Ra the sun god? What's with Ra the sun god?
Today I was sitting out and I did get a little too sweaty for comfort, so I had to move, which I don't like doing.
And the attic is a nice stagnant 97 degrees right now. We got the AC going, but boy, it's a hard, big ship to turn around, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Do you feel like I do that your temperature has a huge impact on your mood?
Oh, sure.
If it's too cold, I just can't be happy or nice to people. If it's too hot, kind of the same thing.
But what would you pick? Because I know what I'd pick.
I go back and forth. When I'm in sweltering heat, I think I would rather have it be freezing and vice versa, but I would prefer heat.
I'd prefer cold because I can always layer up. there's a certain point when it's hot. There's nothing
There's
you can do.
nothing you can do.
You get
That's
down to your
true.
birthday suit and you're still sweating. What the fuck's next?
That's true, but if you're layered up, but your face and your hands and stuff are still exposed, you can still be freezing.
Mm-hmm.
I've experienced that.
You've been freezing with it all bundled up down there in
And then
Georgia, that harsh Georgia winter.
I've been in other places.
I know you used to ski at fancy resorts
Yeah.
with your friends.
Exactly. You're uncomfortable because you're in a huge
Padded suit, so you can fall down and not
layered
get
up.
hurt. It's really conducive to getting drunk because you really run no risk of taking a flight of stairs the wrong way.
That's true. That's a glass half full.
It sure is. Fred Savage, I would have loved to have more time with him, to be honest.
Oh man, I was stressed out. He noticed,
Yes.
which was so nice that he noticed.
Yes,
I left that in.
senses were tingling.
He noticed I was being very quiet, and I was being very quiet because I was thinking we're not getting to the meat of Fred Savage, the Fred Savage meat.
Right. It's
And
more of the
time was
bread.
just ticking, and we were only on like the rye bread. Time was just ticking and ticking. We only had an hour, and I was panicked.
Yeah, you were a little panicked.
Yeah. So I want him to come back. We're going to have to do a part 2 with him so we can get
I'll do
more.
it. I'll do it. He is very fun to talk to.
He was lovely.
Yeah.
Jess said he had a crush on him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was about to ask you the same thing, and then I thought, you don't love when I do that.
Well, I definitely don't love it when you ask in front of them.
Yeah, that's not the ideal time or place to do that.
Thank you for learning.
Yes, slowly.
Yeah, he has some rhythm.
Oh, yeah, good.
Yeah.
He's got a very disarming humility to him, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is more impressive because he's been doing this for so long.
Mm-hmm.
I would excuse some level of arrogance from somebody like that because I would just feel like, you know what, they really can't help it. They've been living
in
in
a
this
bubble
world
for 30 years.
Yeah, they don't know anything else. But he is not like that.
No,
at
not
all.
at all. Down to earth, lovely.
Reminded
wonderful
me
person.
of Josh Hutcherson in that way.
Absolutely. Another child actor that chose the right lane. For every horror story, there's, several that navigated it just fine.
Yeah, exactly. I wish we had talked a little bit about his brother, Ben Savage. I was a huge fan of because of Boy Meets World. That was prime
Disney programming
at
for
my
you?
yeah, but not even was it Disney? I don't think it was.
I think it
I
was.
would watch.
ABC.
Yeah.
I think Fred directed those. I mean, I shouldn't be introducing new facts, but I think I saw in his credits that he directed Boy Meets.
God, I can't wait to talk about that in part 2.
Yeah, oh, good. It's warm in here. I'm very close to having to take my top off.
All right. Just do it. You owe a few pennies in the jar. You've complained about the heat a few times.
Oh, but that was not my. Oh, that was
Yes,
my.
it was.
That's not what I was thinking about when I thought about it. I was thinking more of the good things in my life that I complain about.
Sure.
The heat in this attic is not one of the good things in my life, is it? Or is it?
It
Maybe
is. You. This is your job. You have a great job, and you're
I
complaining
do.
about the heat.
I'm not complaining about the job. I'm complaining about the temperature at the job.
Still.
Okay.
Interesting that you have that like caveat.
Yes. Well, when I made my New Year's resolution, I knew specifically the thing I wanted to stop doing, and that was undercutting my good luck because I was embarrassed that I have good fortune.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's generally good to cut
All the complaining.
negative complaints.
Couldn't agree more.
If I had to sort the people in my life and rank who's the most negative, who complains the most,
Yeah.
you wouldn't be at the top, so don't worry.
Oh, good. I was nervous before that sentence
Yeah.
concluded. I was like, where's
Coulda-
she going with this?
coulda
Am I
gone either way.
My number one? Sure.
Could have gone either way. No, not even close.
But we were all just on a beach for 2 weeks topless, so I feel like this is fine in the workplace because we already did it.
That's true.
Yeah. Okay.
That's true.
Here we go. I'm
We've
back.
been basically nude for 2 weeks.
We have. We've been scantily clad. We have a friendship that predated our work relationship.
Yeah.
I do wonder, like, when companies take these retreats and these coworkers you've known for 5 years, and all of a sudden you're seeing them in swimwear.
Oh.
And you're like, wow, I didn't realize Dan had a eggplant in his
Six-pack?
pants and an eggplant. Oh, well, okay, yeah,
Come on.
6-pack or a Great Delts.
Yeah.
Or whatever. I just went straight to the most problematic observation.
Well, of course she knows that he has a penis.
No, but I said an eggplant. That's a robust penile.
I think you'd be more surprised by
The abdomens
body.
and shoulders
Yeah.
and stuff. Sure.
because that's under all your button ups.
That's true. But I wonder if it's just in general now, it's ill-advised for those retreats to take place somewhere where swimwear will be
I bet so.
as we evolve in quotes, evolve. I think it's great to get the employees out at the beach and just everyone bounce around, splash in the water, play a little volleyball maybe, knock back some Coronis or some Heinies.
None of this is appropriate.
None of it's a good idea for longevity in a Fortune 500?
No.
Okay.
Should we talk about what we watched this week, even though it's nothing to do with Fred Savage?
Yeah, I'd like to talk about a couple of things that have nothing to do with Fred Savage. So let's say what we watched.
Okay, we watched Aziz's special.
Oh my gosh, is it great?
Called Right Now. It is so good.
He has found another gear.
Yeah, I've watched it a few times.
A few times now.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I've only had the one viewing, but I love it. And I was talking about it today with the other thing I want to talk about that has nothing to do with Fred.
Okay.
Talib Kweli's podcast, which I did this morning.
Oh, yeah.
I love talking to him.
Yeah.
I love talking to him. He is a great host.
Great.
And he does great, interesting research and just a very amazing conversationalist. But I brought up to him, hey, have you seen it yet? Because there's one area in particular I'm so glad he tackled, which of course only he could tackle.
Or I could tackle.
You could tackle. It can't be tackled by a white person, let's just say. And that is kind of the patronizing, placating way in which white folks find a way to brag about how woke they are. Mm-hmm. I thought that whole run was just delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
You would
really
like that
good.
one the most.
I would. Because let's say I were a minority and all the majority said to me is like, hey, I really like Billy Joel. He's a great piano player. And I'm like, oh, because he's white, you're telling me this?
Yeah.
All that stuff would get on my nerves. I would rather have someone just being abjectly hostile to me than condescending and placating. That's way more of a trigger for me than just in-your-face hostility. For me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I disagree. Definitely agree that it's like, okay, I know what you're doing. Then you have to kind of pretend, like, kind of have to go with it. That's
yeah,
not
cool, because
great.
you see the intention is nice.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
that's why I prefer that, because at least the intention is nice and they are trying, and I
Yeah.
appreciate effort.
It easily swerves into pity in my book. It's like, why are you talking like
can.
this in this bizarre way
Yeah.
that you don't talk? I don't know. I love the way he broke it all down.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. Among other things, he really killed a bunch of topics.
Yeah. It was really good. Back to Fred.
Back to Mr. Savage.
So he had that game show. Couldn't remember the original name of it. It's 5 to Survive, which he did actually throw out there as one of the options. He just couldn't remember.
Right. And then it became child support.
Yep.
Yeah.
Child support.
Questionable title, we decided.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Living your best life means being extra where it counts and skipping the extra where you don't need it. Like in your cleaning products. That's where Seventh Generation comes in. Their bio-based cleaning power delivers a powerful clean with nothing extra in the bottle. Need a dish soap that cuts through the tough grease? A detergent that tackles the worst stains and odors? Seventh Generation handles it all without any dyes or artificial fragrances. Real clean doesn't have to come with a long list of add-ons. Upgrade to a powerful clean without anything extra. Look for Seventh Generation dish soap and laundry detergent wherever you shop for your cleaning products.
Okay, so I pulled up the Pac-Man Vitamins commercial.
Oh, right.
In the children's vitamin game, this is today's leader.
Oh, here we go.
But for moms who want to change the rules to no sugar and no additives, this is a better choice. New Pac-Man Children's Chewable Multivitamins. For no sugar, Pac-Man's better. Flintstones is over 70% sugar. For no additives, Pac-Man
They really
is
put the
better.
target on
So for complete nutrition
Flintstones.
of 10 essential vitamins plus iron without sugar or additives.
Hello, Fred. Hello, Pac-Man.
A better choice.
Oh my! I gotta watch that part at the end
What
again.
a cutie pants.
Vitamins plus iron without sugar or additives.
Goodbye, Fred. Hello, Pac-Man.
Goodbye, Fred.
Hello, Pac-Man. Man, is he cute?
Oh, undeniably adorable. I think we should make a Hello Bello Vitamins commercial where we're like, Pac-Man vitamins are terrible. The way they did with the Fred Flintstones.
Well, clearly the Flintstones were leading
They were
in the vitamin world.
Yeah.
They might still be.
It's like Dr. Phil said, who do you tackle on the football field? The guy with the ball.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. And the Flintstones had the ball, I guess.
Yeah, he did stay cute. That's lucky.
Yes, it really is fortunate for him. And I would argue rare.
I would argue too. I can't say who I'm thinking, but
But I know who you're thinking of.
anyway, he's so cute.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike some other not so privileged cases.
Right.
And I'm grateful because he's so nice.
Mm-hmm. He deserved it.
He deserved it.
Mm-hmm. He
Yeah.
really did.
What I really liked, because he said that he had a regrettable moment where he started directing kids shows and he felt like a little bit too good
Above
for
it,
it.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then he found a way to sort of right size that, which I thought was awesome. And of course you thought that. Like, why
Yes.
wouldn't you think that? You're a big star.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone would think that. And the fact that he had the wherewithal to have some acknowledgement that this isn't a good thing to think
Yes.
is so admirable.
Well, that's why we're talking to him, is because when you don't have that attitude, you die. You're too good for everything. When you get humbled, as we all do, you get some setbacks, then you're just out.
Right.
Yeah. You kind of see it. There's been some actors who are like incredible. And you're like, where the fuck is that person? And they're
Yeah.
still waiting to be in an Inception. They're not going to do anything but Inception. That just means they're not going to work.
Right.
Because they at one time had some clout.
Right.
And they just can't readjust.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true.
Now, me, I'll sell gardening equipment for True Value hardware, whatever.
You'll do anything.
As the tide rises and falls, I'll just ride along with it.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's a good way to look at it.
Come on down to Bert's Used Cars. Sorry, go ahead.
I think his perspective was perfect because it wasn't like, well, I'm in a rut, so I'll do it. It was like, this is worthy and I will find the truth in this.
It's Buddhism. You take pride in your work.
Yeah.
Whatever your work is.
Yeah,
I think that's
exactly.
Buddhism.
I don't
I'm hoping.
think so,
At least
but-
it's positive. So if I'm wrong, it's like, oh, darn, I accuse you guys of.
That's a good affirmation.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so he said Ron Howard went from Andy Griffith to Happy Days, and that was from basically from 3 to 20, that span. So here's some math, okay?
Okay.
So he was born in 1956, and then he did Andy Griffith in 1960.
4.
Yep, so he started when he was 4. That ran 8 years.
Okay, so he's 12 when he got off of it.
Uh-huh. And then he got Happy Days in 1974,
Okay, so he's 18,
and then it ran 10 years.
28. Wow, 18 to 28. So really 4 to 28 roughly, with a 4-year break
Yeah.
between the two shows. But he probably did other shows.
He was doing stuff in there, yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe he was launching Flintstones vitamins. He was darn cute on the Andy Griffith
He
show.
was
Oh, man.
cute. Some of you can whistle with dipping. You
Well,
dipping.
yeah.
I'll tell everyone. I can't whistle at all.
Well, either with your lips or your teeth.
Mm-mm.
How about your buns?
That I can do. You called us eduphiles. You made up that word.
Eddie file. Yeah.
We did.
Educate.
You said a few things.
Okay.
Anyway,
No such word.
there's no such word, and there really isn't a word that I could find that's people who are obsessed with universities. There is,
Those people are just called snobs.
yeah, probably. But is it if we didn't go there?
That's true.
I don't think it is.
You're
Because
right.
it's like reverence. It's not, oh, I
Yeah.
went to Harvard.
Princeton was my second
and-
choice.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But a lover of learning and studying is a philomath. Wait.
Oh, this is so interesting you bring this up. Philomath?
Yeah.
So we were watching the Roger Ailes Showtime show, which we love, with Russell Crowe, the loudest voice. So I emailed my buddy David Nevins at Showtime. He's the president or the chairman or something. And I just said, hey, love the show. Miss you. Hope you're well. He wrote back, loving the podcast. Something, you're a real polymath. I was like, polymath? The fuck is that? Looked it up. So that's someone who is learned in many subjects.
Oh, cool.
And then I wrote back, I can't possibly be a polymath because I had to look up the word polymath.
Ah. That's funny.
So a philomath.
Yeah.
Really quick, that's not, we do love learning. We
Yeah.
are also philomaths, but that doesn't describe this thing, our
No.
obsession. Yeah.
That's a separate thing that doesn't exist.
Right.
But we can make it up.
A uni something, I think it should be. A
Uni-
unifile.
unifile?
Yeah, a unifile sounds great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
We're uniphiles.
Speaking of that, so he asked, we didn't really get to talk about it much, but he asked because we said we were obsessed with Stanford and all these and things. And he said, well, do you think your life would have been better if you went there or if you went to school like that? He was very diplomatically saying, do you think your life would have been better if you went to an Ivy League school like that we are putting up on this pedestal?
Right.
And I said no immediately. And I do stand by that because even when I have all these fantasies, when we're like knee deep in our uni file.
Uni filing?
Yeah. I then think about my actual college experience, and I would never want to trade that in. It was so perfect.
I think it's fair to say if you loved going to college, you probably would have loved going to any college.
I don't think so. I do not think that I would have been just as happy at any college.
Why?
Because the experience at Georgia, anyway, is so unique. To me, it feels so quintessential college.
Like Animal House.
Sort of. Like the experience, the football games,
right.
the everyone like rallying for one thing. So I'm grateful to have gone there and had that experience. And like the downtown experience was like so fun. And yeah, I'm very grateful I had that.
You know, I don't know. I loved UCLA because I loved the education. I did not have any fun on the campus. I only made like 2 college friends because I was submerged in the comedy world and all my friends were comedians and I was like 4 years older than everyone.
Yeah.
I was the only one riding a motorcycle there. I lived way off campus. So the whole campus aspect, I don't really have any nostalgia for.
Right. That's my main level of nostalgia.
Right. So for me, I could have gone anywhere, I guess, where the instruction was good. I want to list the 3 friends I made there.
Okay.
Alex Simcox, Jason DeLeon, who we're going to interview, who's now a god-darn professor at UCLA.
Right.
So exciting. And then Christy Hugay. That's it. Those are my 3 friends I made in 2 years there.
Okay.
You have about 24 friends, right? You made in college?
Oh, more than that.
Even more, yeah. Yeah, you really did it. You did it. Aren't you glad you weren't pursuing acting professionally at the same time? It would have been so distracting.
Yes. Ironically, yes. Because I still was. I was a theater major. I wanted to be
But there was no
acting.
auditions for you to go on or
No,
anything.
there wasn't. But I was desperate to do that. And it was all I could sort of think about. I, of course, wish I was a little more present in that time and could have been like, I'll do that.
Yes. I got all the time in the world
time.
to tack. Yes. That is a problem we all have.
Yeah.
Living in tomorrow.
It was so fun, though.
Well, if you have one foot in yesterday and one foot in tomorrow, you pee all over today.
Oh, wow.
Another saying I picked up in the 12-step program.
Nice. That's a good one. I guess that's all.
That's everything about Fred?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm really excited to watch the show now. I'm going to check it out this
I know.
Sunday.
It sounds really good. Okay.
All right. Love you.
Love you.